Hello there, welcome to the first edition of Music Monday, where I listen to newer music rather than older music. I'm your host Hank McRae, you're watching Without a Face. So I've been a fan of The Weeknd for a very long time. I actually remember hearing the House of Balloons mixtape back in, this would have been maybe 2009 or 10, something like that. I can remember immediately feeling refreshed by the R&B production here. I feel R&B had been suffering for quite a while. A lot of the music just blended together, it was all the same, everybody was doing the same thing. And then out of Canada comes this person that seemingly wants nothing to do with the spotlight at all. All we really knew about him was that he had one hell of a voice. The lyrics were very decadent. If nothing else, this was a music artist that really wanted to play up the mysterious angle. Eventually, we learned he had a really weird hairstyle. And once he became known for having the hair, he said, I got to get rid of that. Now after the House of Balloons mixtape came a couple other mixtapes. I can remember being very impressed by those as well. I suppose it was inevitable that he would sign to a major label. I can remember not being very impressed with Kissland. And I actually wrote The Weeknd off after that. I wrote him off in a way where I just thought, okay, well, he's probably gonna get dropped by his record label and he'll go back to being independent. But if I remember correctly, one of his songs got on the soundtrack for 50 Shades of Grey, and then he had a couple other singles around. A little after that, I think he had maybe one or two other singles that really caught fire. Then I became very curious what he was going to come up with next. And what came after that was Beauty Behind the Madness. My God, I was very impressed with that. That still might be my favourite album from him. Of course, Starboy was a great album as well. My Dear Melancholy, I loved that one too. After Hours I thought was wonderful. Dawn FM had plenty of good songs on it as well, but I thought maybe he's not doing as well here. I don't know. Which now brings us to Hurry Up Tomorrow, an album with 22 songs on it, clocking in at about an hour and 30 minutes, I think. Alright then, let's get to work. I'm about to listen to Wake Me Up featuring Justice. Alright, I definitely recognize a song that's being sampled here is probably a Thriller from Michael Jackson, which he has a similar register as Michael Jackson in my opinion, vocally. Okay, I just listened to Wake Me Up featuring Justice, thought it was a tremendous album introduction, really good song. To see him go from a mysterious R&B artist into a global pop sensation has been really interesting to watch, and I know a lot of people get unhappy when some of their favorite artists become very successful or something like this, you know, oh, he's a corporate sellout, things of this nature. I couldn't remember just being happy for him after that misstep with Kissland. And anyway, now I'm gonna listen to Cry For Me. I love the change up during this chorus right here. The instrumentation changed up a little there, that was cool. I can tell that this is the type of album where the track listing is just seamlessly connected. Every song is connected to it, and so that's one thing that I love about this so far. I think so far, Cry For Me, I prefer that one over Wake Me Up. I Can't Effing Sing is more just an introduction to Sao Paulo, so I don't really need to say anything about an interlude in my opinion. I think it's like more part of another song anyway. Now I'm going to listen to Sao Paulo featuring Anitta, which if I'm not mistaken, I think Anitta is from Brazil originally, which would make sense because Sao Paulo of course is a city in Brazil. Let's get to it. I love how it's kind of coming down now. It's been very upbeat this whole time, and I love the synths coming in here. Wow, okay, so Until We're Skin and Bones kind of functions more as an outro for Sao Paulo. Anitta of course is an international superstar as well, who hails from Brazil. Sao Paulo to me is a more than understandable excuse for The Weeknd to have a song that is specifically customized for driving Brazil absolutely bonkers when he plays there live. So now I'm going to listen to Baptized in Fear. Slowing it down here, I love it. Kind of reminding me of his third mixtape. I love the lyrics to this. Oh my goodness, what a smooth transition into Open Hearts there. I have to talk about Baptized in Fear real quick. I absolutely loved that song, and so far that is going to be my favorite Baptized in Fear. First of all, brilliant title, because I feel that applies a lot to the culture of satanic panic. But then additionally, the way it transitions into Open Hearts here, chef's kiss. I'm very eager to keep listening. I'm just going to go ahead and listen to Open Hearts now. Oh, they got a little... I love what the synth is doing here. It's really adding a lot more texture to that chorus. Yeah, okay, the sequencing on this album is absolutely top tier in my opinion. The way they outroed with Open Hearts there, absolutely brilliant. And Open Hearts is a fantastic song. So I'm about 7 songs deep now, and I would say as much as I've enjoyed these first 7 songs, there's 3 of them that I'm eager to hear again immediately. But I got to keep listening here. Okay, Opening Night functions more as like another interlude track, but I absolutely adored it. I wish it was longer. Of course, with show business, they're always teaching you to leave them wanting more, eh? Now I'm gonna listen to Reflections Laughing featuring Travis Scott and Florence and the Machine. That's quite a combination there. Love it. It's like I already liked this song before even hearing it, but let's hear it. Oh, I love that melody that they're adding about a minute into this song there. And so begins the build-up. Part of the appeal of music is hearing somebody else's take on something that's pretty traditional in a lot of music. I know this song is gonna reach a peak eventually here, but I still can't wait for that peak to happen. Oh, I was expecting drums to come in here. Oh, here's something there, finally. Okay, Reflections Laughing is a good song, not a great song, but hey, who am I to say really? I'm gonna listen to Enjoy the Show, which maybe that's what the Weeknd's telling me to do, shut up and enjoy the show. It's also featuring Future. I love that helium pitch vocal sample there. It's missing in a lot of hip hop and R&B these days, I feel. Wow. I've not listened to Future a lot, but I'm hearing him sing right here and I'm liking it. Oh my goodness. Masterful song right there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Very impressive. Of course, at this point, you got to come with it. Very impressive when you reach a level like the Weeknd here. All I have to say about that song really is that if I had to choose between Reflections Laughing or Enjoy the Show being included on the album, I would have to go with Enjoy the Show. That's a great song. Oh my goodness. Alright, Giving Up On Me is the next song I'm going to listen to here. Okay, sounds like they're sampling Nina Simone here. Oh, it's quite a change there. I love it when the song has unpredictable stuff in it. Beautiful. Beautiful change. I thought it was going to be very upbeat all of a sudden, and now he's slowed it down even more. I got a little bass drum going here. This is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. My brain just exploded. That was an absolutely brilliant song. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be listening to that a lot on repeat there. Okay, this next song is called I Can't Wait to Get There. His phrasing on this and the lyrics, I mean, this is another great song here. I love whatever it is that they sample in here. But we're about halfway through the song and I would have to say that it's really redeemed itself. At first I thought, well, I don't know if this was really necessary to include on the album. Okay, I'm a little halfway through the album so far and it's bangers on bangers really. If the rest of the album continues to be this strong, it's a very impressive accomplishment. I mean, in the 90s this would have been a double CD, which a lot of artists, I feel, veer very much into self-indulgence when they give you a double album. That was I Can't Wait to Get There. Now I'm gonna listen to Timeless, featuring Playboi Carti. Alright, this production is very magical. Okay, I like the flow here from Playboi Carti. I don't even really listen to him that much. I'm speechless at how great this album is so far. I mean, I'm very impressed by it. If this album is the Weeknd's way of saying goodbye as the Weeknd, it's a great album to go out on, and it makes me that much more curious to see what the other musical project will be. Now let's listen to Niagara Falls. I love this song already. Really neat little synth line there, almost minute 45 seconds in. I got a nice little key change here. That was simply a very good song. It did not captivate me as much as some of the other songs that I've previously heard, but it's still worth hearing. Alright, now I'm going to listen to Take Me Back to L.A. Alright, Take Me Back to L.A. is a good song. It's not great in my opinion, but it's worth hearing as well. I liked the introduction to it, I liked the outro for it. I love how he changed up the lyrics, you know. Earlier in the song he says, I'm better off by myself. Later he says, I hate being by myself. I always love any kind of song that has some kind of linear touch to it. Now I'm going to listen to Big Sleep featuring Giorgio Moroder. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Forgive me, please. Oh, it's really switched up here. Little after a minute in, he's sounding different than what I thought he was going to be. Very brilliant, cheesy 80s kind of synthesizers going on here. Got some choir or backup singers now. Big Sleep is a very good song. It's good. Not great, once again. I think the problem with having so many songs of this quality is you do run into the dilemma of trying to decide which songs you want to keep in and which songs are not worth keeping. So he's been very genius here with the sequencing, because it's like, well, why would you skip this song when it so seamlessly transitions into the next one so well? But Big Sleep is a song that I don't really need to hear again. Give Me Mercy is the next song. That hook was unbelievably brilliant. I love the melody for the verses as well. Lovely lyrics. I loved that little ending there with the acapella singing Mercy at the very end there. Oh my gosh, what a brilliant song. This album is full of great, great songs. And Give Me Mercy is a song that I'm going to be listening to over and over again. Alright, let's see what Drive is like now. Drive is a good calm down song after Give Me Mercy, which Give Me Mercy is still, in my opinion, kind of more of a softer song. Now I'm going to listen to The Abyss featuring Lana Del Rey. That means my expectations are already very high for this one. Okay, it's changing up here now. Probably about to hear Lana singing. Alright, it's becoming epic. There she is. Okay, the outro for The Abyss featuring Lana Del Rey almost redeems it entirely. Almost. But I have to say, I'm not too crazy about that song. I'm a little underwhelmed by it. Now I'm gonna listen to Red Terror. About 40 seconds in here. I'm not really feeling this. Getting very ethereal and spooky here. I could do without Red Terror and the spoken word at the end there. And the spoken word at the end there was a little bit cheesy to me, at least. Music is a matter of taste, of course, so I'm not the authority here. Don't quote me on it, you know. Just because I have a problem with it doesn't mean that everyone else should have a problem with it. If you like the song Red Terror, good for you. But I don't really care. Should have just left that off the album, in my humble opinion. Alright, I'm gonna listen to Without a Warning. I really like this. Got some drums coming in here about 2 minutes in. Got about a minute left in this song and not really feeling it still. Feel like I got teased a little bit earlier with the production. That's another one that I could have lived without. You could have left that one off there. Okay, the closing track, which is also the name of the album, is next. It is called Hurry Up Tomorrow. I really hope that I end up liking this song. I love this song already. Beautiful song. Very heartfelt lyrics here. Okay, so the album ends there with the wind blowing. I feel like with the phrasing of the lyrics in the chorus, it could have said from above instead of from up above. Might have been a little bit smoother there. Other than that, beautiful song. So out of these 22 audio tracks, there's like 3 or 4 interludes, so there's really more like 17 or 18, or wait, let's do the math here. It's like 18 or 19 songs on it, and I'm crazy about 10 of the songs. Absolutely crazy about 10 of them. There's maybe 2 or 3 of the songs that I'm feeling, did you really have to include this? And then a lot of the other songs kind of function more as pieces in between the extremely great songs, and the way that it's sequenced together makes for a very strong album. Now, if you're going to make an album that's over 40 minutes long, I feel like you're giving me a homework assignment. So would I listen to Hurry Up Tomorrow from front to back ever again? It's not likely. So who am I to say though, like, to give this album a rating? If I had to give it a rating, I suppose I'd give it 3.5 out of 5 UFOs. But if I'm gonna listen to another full-on project from The Weeknd, I'm gonna go with the House of Balloons mixtape, or maybe the entire first trilogy of mixtapes, to be frank with you. But even then, really, it's kind of more like Beauty Behind the Madness is an absolutely brilliant album, and I feel like it functions as The Weeknd's way of symbolizing himself as a musical phoenix rising from the ashes of what was Kissland and totally redeeming himself. Not only redeeming himself, but leveling up. I would rather listen to Starboy than Hurry Up Tomorrow. I would rather listen to My Dear Melancholy, which I guess maybe My Dear Melancholy is technically an EP, I'm not sure. Ultimately, this is a very good album. I hesitate to call it great, but that's just my taste. And surely it's okay that there is a spectrum of goodness when it comes to art. Because I feel like a lot of people in general, they try to say that something is either the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. No, there's plenty of room in between those two extremes there. Hurry Up Tomorrow is very good, but I don't need to listen to all 22 songs ever again. Thus concludes Music Monday. I hope you'll tune in for Throwback Thursday and Flashback Friday, where we listen to some of the older albums. I'm your host, Hank McRae. Thank you for watching Without a Face.